hamburger pizza for the first time. Bought cheese pizza, took some hamburger ground beef and seasoned a bit, made little mini meatballs, and then put it on the pizza. This came out pretty good. What y'all think? It overcooked just a little bit. So let's go ahead. I was laughing in here because when I seen the pizza first done, because it looked so good like the muscadines, I just went into this type of speaking in tongues, but it was just different. And I was laughing. It was funny. I was like, a panda cool. That's what I was like, a panda a poon cool. I was like, this look good. And so y'all see that I was laughing, y'all. So let's see what this tastes like. I haven't had a hamburger pizza, I want to say, for a while. It was this one pizza shop. I loved it. And it was hamburger. I guess I could have mini-sized it, huh? Could have made the burgers a little smaller. But my goodness, doing them little things like that. I see why they charge for toppers, baby. Let's wait. I tell you what. I said, you gotta have them little kids with some gloves on. Say, go make them little mini bros. Put the kids to work. If they want to. They might have fun doing that. But I tell you what. Yeah. I mean, cooking is fun. I love it. But I'm just saying. The toppings, you don't think. You're like, oh, little mini hamburgers. Yeah, but you got to do each one. That's the key. And we got our soda pop. That's the key. And this piece of the cheese box pizza came from Whole Foods. I want to say it was the Whole Foods brand. And just use some grounded hamburger and season it and made little balls and then put it in the air fryer. Once that cooked, I put it on top of the pizza and put the pizza in the oven. Consider the fact the hamburger should be cooked, but maybe give it a few more minutes uncooked in a sense, because it's gonna cook in the oven for the rest of the time with the pizza. So, but I wouldn't say, yeah. But I wanted to add some sugar to this, but I didn't. Doing some cleaning, also playing some music. I'm gonna get back to watching a TV show. Also, here you go. Finish cleaning up the kitchen. I start the shopping list, the grocery store, the other one. Gotta get some candles. Birthday candles. I was dancing while listening to music, cleaning, while the pizza was cooking. I'm gonna clean up the fridge. I'm gonna clean out the refrigerator. That's what I'm gonna do. Clean out the refrigerator. And clean out the refrigerator. The stuff that's we wash the fruits that we have. Put everything nice and neat. Dishes are sitting in the sink with some bleach and some dishwashing liquid. That's just what I do. Then put those things on the dish rack. And then yeah, that should be good. My room could use some cleaning, but not that. It's really not that much. I gotta do is close my closet door. But it ain't really nothing to clean. Put a few things away and that's it. Where I have my chair in my room, I said I might keep it there for a little bit. I kind of like it there. Don't be afraid to move furniture around in your house sometime. One way, you can move it another way. I'm gonna stop with this one so I can have this for later, cause I'm full. Don't you know I sit around with my hey. So, those muscadine, we got some more left. It's actually so good. Normally, it's a different kind of good. Normally, when I have something that I really love and I eat it all that time. But them muscadines, I love in a very different kind of way. I love it enough where I want to have some for tomorrow. Now, do I have some for tomorrow? I don't think so. I might. I mean, I love it so much, I don't want to eat it all at one time. That's how much I love it. Damn. I do. I love it that much. Yeah. I don't want to eat the rest of it today. Tomorrow. And I said I wasn't going to touch that part. But we got to do us another karaoke. Huh. And think about it, my dance videos was like a dance karaoke. You play other people's songs and dance to it. That's a dance off. A dance karaoke, singing karaoke. But some people don't sing. That's not their thing. They rather dance. Some people like both. Excuse me. You can do the same dance moves they did. Anybody ever thought of that? I did. Word of God came from God. Dance karaoke. So, if you can sing it, you can dance it. I said, look, we got a little mini one. Here, little mouse. We ain't got no mice here. But I tell you what, I saw 2 dead mice outside of my step. Them niggas knew. Don't come in here. Get your... you live outside. In my house. Well, I'm... Okay. All right. The Lord's house and I live in. Now, we're going to put our soda pop here. And guess what? There's a chance I'm going to eat the muscadines. But not now. Maybe later. I want it though. No, I really love it. It's my favorite fruit. So far, I haven't tried every fruit in the world, and that's one of my things. I want to try all the fruit in the world. And so it's kind of easy to do it, sort of. If you go to like a market that got places, they have transferred over what it'll. But I tell you, but I got to get to the Lookout Farm in Massachusetts. But I'm telling you, I'd rather go to the locations. I would travel just for food. I would travel. I just want the seafood and the fruits. I will travel, and my goal is I want to travel and try all the fruits off the trees. Though I want it straight out the garden, like off the tree. I don't want it from a store. I want to go like I want to go just like this. It's nothing like it, y'all. I want to say the very first time I ate a mango. Well, I don't know if it was my very first time, but I'm going to say it was definitely my first time off of a tree. It was in Florida when I was about, I don't know, 8 or 9. I don't know, something like that. When I tell you, we got it out of somebody's yard. I mean, I think it was our yard, somebody's yard, but everybody was getting it, so I guess it was okay to get it. If I remember something, that's saying something. When I remember it like that, like, yeah, that mango, and I don't know, I think I just had one too. There's nothing like getting fruit off the tree. My favorite apple is the Jonah Gold apple. So far, that's my favorite. And the grocery stores don't have it, but Lookout Farm had it. Obviously, it's in other places too. Jonah Gold. Gonago. I'm sorry, Jonagold. Sometimes they can go by different names too, but that's what it said at the park, at the farm. I said I want those apples, and I want to make an apple pie out of it. And I want to make an apple pie. So this is what I would do. Other than that, if I go to the grocery store, I get a Honey Crisp, okay, apple. I want to make an apple pie with Jonah Gold and Honey Crisp. That's what I want to do. Jonah Gold and Honey Crisp. That's what I want to make. An apple pie with those two. Because I feel like if you mix it, you really can get something special. And that's what I want to do. My favorite fruit is a muscadine. Because it's so good, I don't want it to end. And it's so good that I just want a lot of it. And I just don't want to stop. And that's what I want. And then mangoes, the yellow ones, if I do get it in the store, I like to get it at Whole Foods, the Mexican yellow ones. And I can only imagine wherever they got it from, me getting it off the tree. So the best fruit, soursop is also very delicious too. I want fruit off the tree when it's when it's time to pick it. And I love Concord grapes too. Concord grapes is very, very, very good. Muscadines is so far my favorite fruit so far. Yeah. It just, ooh. That's what I'm saying. It's so good I gotta sit the rest of it. Because I'm gonna be okay when I finish it. At least I have the experience. But I can get more. I can eat. I would listen if I would go to the grocery store and have a lot of lobsters. Corn. Listen, if I get the lobsters, now that I got that little combination, lots of lobsters with corn on the cob to go with it, and clam chowder with the crackers. That would be in the refrigerator, along with some king crab legs, and then a whole bunch of muscadines. I mean, it's a fruit. It's also food. That's probably one of my favorite foods. So the refrigerator will be full with those things that I just mentioned. I wouldn't even be thinking about coffee. And y'all know how I feel about coffee light. That's what I could have a lot of. But I would still have my coffee though. But I would have a lot. The fridge will be full. But I want the green now that I know they got them in that color, the reddish color. I would have that color and the green. But normally I would do the green. I've only seen the green before. But I would have the refrigerator full of them. It'll be full. The whole refrigerator will be full of them. And a whole bunch of lobsters. I'm talking about full lobsters. And the corn on the cob to go with it. Clam chowder with the crackers. And huge the Alaskan cream crab legs. You hear me? And what else can I think? Y'all think I love oxtails, but I can't even think of that right now. I love oxtails. So as far as seafood fruit goes, meat, my favorite meat, let me think. It has to be oxtails. Has to be. Oy man de oshai. Ooh, now, guess what we can do next time? Because I seen it online. They make oxtail pizza. I seen it, and I had it. It's bomb. I could take that same cheese pizza, have some leftover oxtails. Now, I might need to write that on the list. And throw some of that. You cook it first like you cook it, and you top it on. Toppings, baby. Listen. So oxtails is my favorite. Is my favorite meat. You know what I'm saying? And so, yep. What else? That's what I can think off the top of my head. Muscadines, I would have the whole refrigerator. And I want to open them like I do. It don't even have to be all the way taken out. If it's already just taken out like that, I need it to open up to give me time so I don't just go like this. Because I'll just dump it in. And so, I'd rather take it open so I can take my time eating it. And, other than that, if I sat up there and just had them all ready for me to consume, my mouth is going to be full of them. And so it's my favorite. I love it. I would want my fridge full of them. If I can, I don't know how much you can have. You're supposed to have that's healthy for you. But I would have a lot of them. And I would have oxtails. I love oxtails, but I can't think of oxtails when I'm thinking that. When I think of that, my mind is on seafood and that. But because oxtails is heavy. It's a heavy meat, but it is my favorite meat, though. Let me see. There's a lot of things I love to eat. I enjoy eating, though. But I'm just saying, like, these are things that's my favorite. Even when I was a kid, I always said seafood was my favorite. I obviously know what I was talking about because it ain't changed. Seafood is my favorite. It is my favorite. And then oxtails is after that. Muscadines, I want to say I think is above all of them. But I don't know. It's just a different category, so it's kind of hard to determine. But I don't know if I feel about the other stuff like I feel about muscadines. I don't know. But it's just different category because it's like, I don't know. See, if I had a whole bunch of lobsters, what would I choose? A whole bunch of lobsters? I'm going to pick the lobsters most likely over the muscadines. But then again, I'm like, hold up, I want some of this. So you can't now have to be the bee. I'm going to be like, yo, the bahasabuhu, kandi kabi, kandi kasa, kandi kandi o, kandi kai. Give me both, please. So it's just two different things. I'm saying lobster or muscadines. Damn. Shit. Lobster or muscadines? I'll choose. Let me put it in front of me both and let me go like this, eat. Let me go like this, eat. Which one would I want to stay? I don't want that to leave. Then the candy, me don't want that to go. Nope. And I think because the muscadines is also very rare too. It's not something that's available all year round. So it's kind of like, man, I'm glad I got to get some of those. But I'm saying that's what I would want full of my refrigerator. I love it. Now, anything really also homemade Also, so fruits straight off the tree, just boom. Homemade anything cooked is my favorite also. So like stuff made from scratch. It's just better quality, like bread. You know what I'm saying? So I love stuff made from scratch. It's just better quality. Anything basically is close to the natural, the best of it. So ice cream. So I like ice cream, but sometimes I'm not in the mood for it. But homemade ice cream? Yeah. Homemade ice cream? Yeah. I'm in the mood. I'm in the mood for that. I don't think I'll not be in the mood for that. That's how good homemade ice cream is. So now we can throw that in there. Somewhere homemade ice cream. Yeah. We can throw that in there. That's towards the end. That's not close where we at. We seafood boils and muscadines and oxtails. And then that's coming up soon. I don't know what's coming after that. I don't even know. Yeah, but oh my goodness, you guys. Maybe it's that homemade ice cream. I'm telling you. Throwing some chocolate chips in there. It's a different texture. It's a different everything. You ain't gotta add nothing else. You ain't even need a cone or nothing. No whipped cream, nothing. It's so good all by itself. Just throw me some chocolate chips in there. By the way, I got chocolate in the freezer. I don't want that now. Kind of full. But I'm getting ready to so we got our hamburger. It was okay. I think I could have seasoned. I want to eat more, but I'm gonna wait. But the hamburger meat, I didn't season it too much. I would say I could have seasoned it a little bit more. I think a little bit more flavor. A little bit more flavor. How did y'all like my the stuff I've been posting, what's been posting? It's really good. The research I've been doing, the live, the reels I just posted kind of helps. Me going live about a lot of the information, and those 2 reels that I kind of put you see the words and stuff in there. I think that covers a lot of the stuff. So I think that's how the Lord want that to go. I don't think I'm gonna go live with my notes and do all that stuff that I was talking about. I think the way that was done was kind of the best way for now, I think. But I like learning more research and stuff like that. I didn't buy it, but I almost bought a book on the anatomy of the human body like last year because I wanted to know more about the human body. I think that's important to know. What you think? At least the basics. I mean, that's what we learned in school. But like, sometimes you forget certain things or you want to go a little bit further, deeper in understanding it. I think it's important. And so it's just amazing to me about biomedical engineering, biotechnology, bioengineering, and biomedical engineering. That's serious. That's a real thing. If you think about it, it could be amazing. I was watching some video. If you think about it, and that most likely that these scientists and different people are, in the labs perhaps, and they're working on stuff. But I think it's amazing if they had something like for someone for diabetes. And I think I saw something about that. I don't know if it's accurate or not, but just using technology instead of medication, basically. If they can use a heart pacer and these heart pacers and things like that, heart transplants. And heart pacers, it kind of shoots at the heart, the energy, and kind of get it back on track when it gets a signal that it's off track. That's technology with the human body. That's using the energy that's from the heart, the energy from the body, connecting with the energy of a device to assist that person. So that's biomedical engineering. So it ain't just about a limb or a hand and things. It's also those two. And now they're getting more into that. Because imagine someone not having to... They have something else with them patches. A person that's a diabetic now, they have it where they don't even have to give themselves the insulin through a needle. Like they don't have to check their thing, their sugar, with poking themselves and checking it, and then knowing how much dose of insulin they need to get manually by a needle putting in their arm every day for some. Some of them now, and I've seen a woman with it. It's a patch thing, and they stuck on their arm, and it does it already for them. And so you can consider that, I want to say, biomedical engineering. And so then they can have it where, if they don't already have this, because I wasn't aware of this, and I said, why they have this? I'm saying, why other people don't have that? And then there's perhaps others who they may have it where, if they have it where it is connecting to the body, but they can have it where it's not physically connected, wireless, where it can do that. And so, the things that they have wired can obviously lead to wireless. Technology, people always discover, and it usually advances, which is normal. By the way, there's nothing new under the sun. So whatever level we take it to in this world, in this time frame, timeline, or what have you, it already happened before. So that's true. Let me see. So yeah. So now just think of it this way. Something to think about. If people can be in a science lab and high-tech medical technology, biomedicine technology, biomedicine engineering, bioengineering, right? They're growing crops and stuff, hybrid. You hear all these terminologies also. If they're doing these things for good, somebody in not the right frame of mind, someone could have the same concept. We've seen these types of things in movies. It's like somebody, they try to, some evil person wants it. That came from somebody's imagination. But real talk, this type of stuff is wonderful and great, but in the wrong hands, it's not good. Because then someone can cause other things. They can do the exact opposite. Positive and negative can do the exact opposite of what is being done for good. See what I'm saying? Someone could instead of giving the body what it needs, if they can create a thing that can help someone's heart be good and healthy, or they got electricity, what they use, if somebody dies, they have a thing that shock them back. Electricity. See what I'm saying? We've already been doing these types of things. And it's already been, and it's been done, like we said, obviously, nothing new under the sun, but in our timeline, in our time zone, we know about these things already. So you hear, they shock the person back and things like that. So someone in the wrong hand, someone in the computers, someone in the labs, someone in science can try to use it in the wrong. If they have things to help this woman with her thoughts in her mind and AI, computer technology, right? And I posted a video, you guys can check it out. Someone could use the same type of thing and try to control somebody. And it can be also wireless. Because we're not in a wiring generation. We are in a wireless generation. A lot of things are less wiring. I have the Gateway Wi-Fi box. And I'm like, oh, wow, y'all don't have to dig in the walls and stuff and everything? Like, no. Then you can just get Xfinity internet, obviously, without even having a box at all. You can just, Xfinity Wi-Fi, pay for what you want, and connect your devices to it. So, we have, there's still things you can still get wirelessly, but there's a lot of things that's now wiring, but there's a lot of things now that's wireless. And then it's going to go to a place where it's going to no longer be needed, things that are even physically technology in your hand. You ever seen that movie? I can't remember what cartoon movie it was, but it was like, they were so lazy. It was like a screen sitting there. Well, there's plenty of movies like that, where the screen, it's just like a virtual person, a virtual computer, The phone, everything's virtual, you know, and so it's no handheld phones, which I think is great. We already kind of there now. I mean, people can have the glasses on, people got the watches on. You know what I'm saying? So of course, technology have already advanced past that already, and so some of us still have the older stuff and things, but they've already moved on to a lot of the new things. And so we used to have wireless wiring headphones. Now you got Bluetooth wireless. Used to have big old speaker systems in your house, big old in the house, big old speakers, all these wires and all the things, cassette tapes and all that. You know, now your whole music system is your phone, and you just put a speaker in your house, and then you connect it, and then that's it. And you can have speakers outside. You can have speakers in your car. You can connect your phone Bluetooth to anything, and then there's speakers everywhere. There's cameras everywhere. You got the satellites. I don't know how many satellites they have out of space or wherever the satellites are located. Because I'm like, how did they get them out of space in the first place? But, that's something to research too. I love science. So then science also includes the anatomy. Science also includes the environment, the earth, and all these things like that. Science also includes the universe. So I like to know about these things. It's important to know about these things also for some, if you're interested. I mean, but then a lot of these things, a lot of us, we don't even have to do a lot of studying or anything. The stuff is right online, right here. Research centers, institutes, colleges, universities, all these, individual people that this is their focus. This is what they've been doing. I know Jeff Bezos. I did some YouTube video. I don't know how true it is, but it's on YouTube. It's showing him. I want to say even the other tech guy. They was already working on stuff. I don't know if they still are. Outer space stuff. Things that a lot of movies talk about. so the fact that they already in that type of vein, perhaps, if those things are real that I saw on YouTube, if those then it's like the movies already was talking about it beforehand. So the thing about it is, these things could be in the wrong hands and be used wrongfully, and the Bible speaks about that. Wickedness in high places, principalities, darkness and rulers in this world. And so the fact that these amazing things, the military, I saw a video, because check it out, I posted the remix of it, the reels, the military, and they're working on things to help them to be improved, more durable, more this, more that, technology. I mean, perhaps they can have soldiers, working, doing warfare. I don't want to say warfare. I mean, I don't want there to ever be war, so, but, who knows? They can have it set up, and I've seen it in movies. I'm not saying this is what it is, but I'm just saying technology is technology. And they can be in a building and doing it from while they're sitting down. And so technology bombs. The body's powerful. It can be a warfare. I'm just speaking this is just the Lord saying. It can be a terrorism going on that's connected to this type of energy things with the neurons and who knows what, all the stuff they're able to do with the brains and all the other stuff they're able to do with somebody's heart pumping and keep going. Someone can create something the complete opposite and try to get somebody's heart to actually stop with bioengineering technology, perhaps. So just know that's why it's good to pray, because, and God is with us. We're not worried, but it's good to pray, and it's good to be educated and know about stuff and watch the news, CNN and stuff like that, to research and figure out what's going on, because terrorism is real. Terrorists exist. They used planes last time. What else could they try to do? They can't bring weapons here. Boston Marathon bomb happened. Okay, so there's people who have those types of mindsets. Okay, so what type of stuff would they try next? They've already did stuff where they supposedly hacked in systems and tried to take people's money and things like that, which there's a lot of movies that talk about this kind of stuff also. But what else? So if we got people and scientists working on biotechnology using AI to get someone's thoughts to be spoken to a computer, then someone could be sleeping and have these types of machine things attached to them to get data from their mind. Because they're using data from her mind while she's awake so it can communicate. So what else? If they're able to do something like that, then what else are they able to do? And if I just did some little bit of studying today. I mean, if someone decided to just focus in on this, there's so much they can learn. There's so much they can learn. And if they have a wicked darkness about them, there's so much that they can consider. So just know that, they said, right, there's a war going on perhaps, right? Ukraine and, different things going on in the world and things like that. And I'm assuming, an enemy, a potential enemy, don't want you to know their strategies, right? So they're not going to tell you their secrets, right? I'm assuming. But people can find out about it because there's nothing hidden that God will not make known. But that's why social media is amazing internationally, because then people are going to post things and people are going to give clues and people are going to share things and people are going to talk. That's what people do. And you just, and not everything is true, but not everything is false either. So you do your what? You always do your own what? Research. But we know there's a visible world and there's an invisible world. And so if someone can use those devices that apparently is out already and connect to someone's mind, because electricity, and see what I wanted to do, and I haven't done it yet, but however the Lord may lead, I have it already. The similarities of the different technologies. I have it already, the similarities. It's like the only difference is it's like the same principles. It's the same principles. Remember, we're from the dirt, we're from the earth, the physical body. So grounding, energy in the grass in your feet. There's nerve endings in the bottom of your feet. They put all types of things on people's heads and they do all types of stuff. I mean, it's just, you got the CAT scans, the MRIs, the ultrasound. They get all this technology that can connect with your body to get imaging and data and videos. You got 3D ultrasounds now. And so much more. You can hear the heartbeat of a baby. The baby's in your womb. How you ain't in there? Well, the technology allows it to get the sound. There can be so there's, just like with technology, the basic social media and all these wonderful things. There's good that can be done with it, and then there's bad that can be done with it. Someone can stalk someone, and someone could try to kidnap somebody, watching them every move on social media. You've heard stories like that. It can be used for wonderful, good things, information, like educational things, music, wonderful, fun things, movies, but then it can be used wrongfully. Someone can try to hack someone's account, steal their identity, try to get people, doing things on people's accounts, acting like they're them, catfishing and other things to get people's identification, creating fake pages. So just like in anything in this world that we're still living in, there's good and there's evil. There is good and there is evil. And so that's the thing. That's the thing. So how can someone know if they're being attacked with bioengineering, perhaps terrorism, which you can't see with the natural eye? One of the things to consider is educating yourself. Number two, the other thing to consider is strange symptoms, things that make no sense. And one of the videos I was shown, they was talking about the military and them having devices and technology, biochemical, bioengineering things. I want to say if I'm saying it correctly, but you guys check out the video. I don't know if it's accurate or not. Check out the video. Do your own research. But it made sense to me. And one of the things they said about helping when the military, because just think, if they out on the battlefield and they got to go to the bathroom, they don't got time to be going to the bathroom and they in the middle of a battlefield. So it was saying how it controls their bowels. It'll decide when they should go to the bathroom. And I was saying how in my lives, when I begin to preach, a lot of times y'all hear me say, let me give y'all a minute. Give me a second. Now, before I was preaching the gospel of Jesus the way I am, if you notice, if you go to my timeline on Facebook, TikTok, and things like that, when I would go live, I don't think y'all ever see me say, rarely ever, but go back and check for yourself. I could be wrong, but I do believe. I don't think it never happened, or very rare, in the middle of a live, I'm like, I gotta stop and go to the bathroom. And I would have to go number 2. So just know every time it would be a number 2. It wouldn't even be a number 1. It would be a number 2. And I'm like, I'm not taking no cleansing or anything like that. I don't got no issues. I mean, it wouldn't be like diarrhea. No, it'd just be a wonderful bowel movement. But it would only happen when I'm in a live and preaching and teaching a really important message. And so in that spiritual warfare. So these natural warfare concerning military is saying they have this bioengineering technology that can control them when they would go to the bathroom or not. So perhaps I want to say what that looks like is something that you don't see with the natural eye. It's technology, just like you don't see the wire that's connected to this phone here, but it's connecting and that you're seeing me here now. You see what I'm saying? And so that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, okay, what is going on? That's very unusual. What happened after the shower is very unusual. That happened. We already know there's a war thing they're saying is going on in this world, and America has had some involvement, this, that, and the other. It could be Christian persecution. I mean, they said the Islam community who did the Twin Towers, right? That came out of Boston. I'm in Boston. Those planes came out of Boston. The Boston Marathon bomb happened right here in Boston. So I'm just saying, these are things not to take lightly either, what I'm saying. Because if this is going on and nobody's talking about it and other people are dealing with things and nobody knows how to talk about it because it's something that's not something you see, then I think if this is something that is real and going on and the government is aware of this, I think it would be really good for the government to let the public know publicly these types of weapons do exist. And not just some YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, because come on. I mean, COVID happened. It was a whole worldwide pandemic. That's very unusual. A whole world dealing with the same disease that fast? That's serious? And they said, obviously, it was created. Somebody released it and all these things. So you can say we've been in a war for quite some time. I mean, really, has the war ended since 9/11? Has the troops ever stopped? Or has it still been ongoing? What are they trying to do next? So is this stuff that I watched on YouTube concerning the military, this, that, and the other? So if they're able to do that with soldiers, if this is true or not, if they're able to do this, then if it's in the wrong hands, someone can just do stuff like that to somebody. If that is true, the government needs to let the public be aware. So people don't think they got to go to the doctor or the doctor prescribing a medication that ain't going to work. Because that's the other red flag for me. How many first of all, the Bible gave us natural herbs for medicine that actually solves problems. The blood of Jesus solves problems. So it's kind of like there's medications that people are getting that got all these side effects. That's a red flag. So why are we giving people medication that ain't solving the problem, number one, for the most part? Not solving the problem, but causing a whole lot of problems. So the biomedical technology is a good idea in the sense that I'm assuming there's no side effects if it's used the right way. But if the government knows that these types of military things exist, we need to be known as American about it. It needs to be clear and known, and then we need to know what these symptoms look like. How would we know? What do we do about it? How do we stop it if it's happening? That's not something to be kept secret if people are having experiences like I've had. That just doesn't make no sense. You can't have on a long sleeve this. And then you talking about adultery and unusual issue. Y'all see me itching now? No. So which one is? Y'all seen the red? I'm showing signs. I ain't did nothing different. I don't have those types of reactions. You can see my other. I got all the proof. This is not natural and it's not seen. It's not visible. It's something from an invisible. It's something done invisible. And just do this short, brief research and how this whole thing works, which the Lord was already telling me this, then that lets me know that this is true because all the evidence is right here, right now. People go to school for this. Perhaps look at the guy went and learned how to build a bomb and blew up some people in Boston. They didn't use a regular bomb for the Twin Towers. They took the airplanes. They went and learned how to drive a plane. I want to say took pilot lessons right here in Massachusetts. And then took those same planes and drove it into that place. So now we got all the security things in place. I'm a prophet. God lets me see things close. And he let me see things far. So I see things far, far, far. And I also see things very, 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 very close. And when I say close, I'm talking about close and far. I'm talking about prophecies, things that could take place. That's what prophecy is. You know what I'm saying? The future events. Think potential future events or future events. This can't be silent no more. If this stuff is, and I can't say it's not. Look, the evidence is right there. I didn't even have to do no real long, heavy search. It's right there. I posted it. It's right there. It's coming from other people. It's right there. And then I'm like, okay, look, y'all, look at this, look at this. I'm not even itching right now. Y'all see me going like I was before? I'm like, I saw the difference, but with my water. Since I moved here, beautiful place, but it was issue with plumbing a bit. And y'all notice, I think when I was doing my other lives at my other place, y'all didn't see me doing all that itching, I don't think. I don't know. Y'all gotta remember, I can't remember, but that's the other thing. But I was, I didn't have any problems with showering and taking even baths. And so, I want to say maybe some other stuff was going on. I can't remember, but y'all, you check the videos, but all the videos is there to proof also. But my bloating, just for me taking a shower, because what? I'm like, what can't handle technology? God already told me this anyways, but now it's just being more evident in my face. I can record and document a lot more stuff than what I'm talking about. A lot more. And how I felt dizzy and lightheaded after I got out of a long shower. And my bloating went down in that shower. And the way I was on that toilet and what came out, like I took a colon cleanse pill that I used to take that I have not taken. So I'm like, okay, was someone sending out that colon cleanse would target with a pill, sending it the same way through technology in that way, just like they working on something to give someone insulin or allow their body's insulin to produce through, instead of giving them a pill or a needle, just like the patch does. You see what I'm saying? I want to say that's considered what? Biomedical. So this is just what I shared today, and what I posted really is just a quick couple of hours of research. This ain't even me zoning in for months on this stuff. This is already here. This is a whole bunch of other people's stuff. The Lord is amazing. And so I'm saying, if you're watching this, is this stuff real? Is there warfare or military terrorism, perhaps with technology that is bioengineering, where it cannot be seen with the natural eye? That someone could attack someone using technology, and that is not only a spiritual warfare thing, but it's a natural warfare thing with something that is still in the unseen world, the world we live in, but being unseen, that you cannot see it. Like we can't see the wires that's giving us the Wi-Fi that we're having now. And I would love if any government official could respond to this. I would like to know, if someone has, like, look at, I don't have no headaches. I didn't have to take nothing to get rid of my headache. I'm like, okay. The Lord's like, no, this isn't natural. So I would do certain things the Lord would give me to do, and then it's gone. And you're not supposed to. I don't have nothing going on. I'm not on my cycle, like things like that. I would have these headaches for no reason, and it would happen. It's not like I'm out in the sun. I'm home, like it's nothing. And then, and I know my body very well, so I know. And the Lord would tell me then these things would happen. Then He said no, because I'm doing all this other stuff to get rid of it. I'm like, what is going on? And then so I know it's not natural. A headache. And waking up with a headache, that's the other part. It would always be when I wake up. Not when I'm up. It will happen when I wake up. So I'm sleeping good and wake up with a headache. I'm not on no medication. I'm not sick. I don't have high blood pressure. None of these things is going on. But I don't have it now. And then I noticed when I would have the headache, I wouldn't have the itching. Now, I don't have the headache or the itching, but I sure enough felt dizzy yesterday after taking a shower. That never happened before. And I felt like I know the call it was a whole bunch of stuff in that toilet. I didn't have no fruits and no vegetables. And God told me purposely not to get my groceries yet. Had I brought this stuff, I would have thought it was the muscadines. I had it a long time. I would have been thinking it's one of the produce. One of the things the Lord told me, no, it's not. The food is fine. It's an attack through technology. Is that true? The proof online is saying it is true. My body's telling me it's true. God's telling me it's true. And I will love a government official to let me know if there's a weapons that are bioengineering weapons that exist. Social media online is saying yes. I will love if this is true, government. I think the public need to be made aware so that we know how to stop this from happening. And so the Lord told me to say that. And so as an apostle, as a church, and that's what the Lord just had me sharing these things with you all. I can show y'all my stomach right now. I wish I would have showed y'all really, really good yesterday. Look, the Lord told me with the same dress. Look at this. Y'all see this? And now I'm really showing y'all some. Look. And you see how I was sitting down? Look. And it's still not all the way down. Because I'm saying to myself, I know when I gain weight, like, you know what I mean? I have, more head, kind of like, but it ain't all like here. Do you see that? Look. See what I'm saying? So y'all, you see what I'm saying? The Lord, y'all saw my stomach a little bit sitting down yesterday. But I feel the difference. And then I just been deep breathing also, and I can feel it coming out. Because I'm like, why am I bloated? That's the other thing. Why am I bloated? Why was I bloated? I'm like, this isn't natural. There's no reason for that. And then if I took the shower, it went down. Water and technology, that's the only thing that makes sense. I don't know everything about it, but it's like, if I can describe it, it's like, okay, neurons, some type of technology is being zapped. There's energy that comes from the earth, right? You can ground and get energy, electricity that way through your body. Okay. So those are things you can't see, and that's natural. So the things that could be devices, these things you can't see connecting to people's bodies. We got all this 5G everywhere. I've heard things they say that's not good, that's dangerous, this, that, and the. I don't know the details about that kind of stuff. But I know my body though. And I know how technology can operate, my basic knowledge of it. So if some technology is connecting with my body's energy, electricity, and my body's electricity can handle water. My body's made up of water also. But the human body. But any other foreign technology device, and we have these people have little hearing aids, all types of things people have. Don't they have technology placed in their bodies? From heart transplant, kidney transplant, all these different transplants. So I'm just saying, so I've already proven all that on the reels. and videos from other people and what they know for what they study basically, and what I'm sharing and things I chat GPT and stuff, and the Bible and scriptures and my personal experience, and y'all and showing y'all evidence, so y'all see evidence again. So I've been, let me now watch this. I don't know if this is gonna happen now. I'm about to deep breathe. I was deep breathing because I'm like, yo, when I'm deep breathing, I feel like it's also releasing bloating out. I'm just being honest. If you see something and you do something and it changes, then that's proof that it worked. So I was noticing I'm deep breathing, and I'm like, why am I able to hold my breath this long? Now this is a real lie. This ain't no fake lie. So I'm not no AI person or nothing. I don't know if it's gonna happen now, but I'm gonna deep breathe like I was, and I'm saying to myself, and I used to deep breathe before a while. I used to do that because I learned about the benefits of it and stuff like that. It's great for a whole lot of things, especially bring oxygen to your brain, your body, all that stuff. That's what I'm saying. I'm a real healthy type person. I'm a fit person. I'm a exercise person. You know what I mean? A whole bunch of stuff, right? So, good things. I don't drink alcohol. I don't smoke. I've never smoked. I had a glass of wine I want to say 3 times my whole life so far. When I was a little girl, somebody gave it to me and put me to sleep. And when I went on a date at the age of, no, somebody gave me a taste of, and when I turned 21, so here's a little girl. The next time was 21 in a club. When I turned 21, it took me to the club, and it gave me something, and it wasn't good. I tasted it. I didn't even drink it. I was like, this is disgusting. A guy I dated, we went somewhere. He gave me, it was a hot something, iced tea, whatever that drink was. So I had a little bit of that. I was like, no. So that's 3 now. And then when I had a date a long time ago, wine, and I didn't even drink it all. It was just like a thing. Okay, so that's 4. And then a couple of years ago, a pastor told me, a pastor I used to have, he said, I noticed that wine has a lot of benefits. The Bible speaks about wine and stuff like that. And so I was like, he was like, yeah, it has benefits. And I was like, okay. So I went out to eat with somebody, and I had a little taste, and it was disgusting. So I didn't drink it. So you can almost say all those combined, I might have had a cup my whole life. I don't know, all of it, because it's like, type of thing. Okay, so I don't drink. I don't smoke cigarettes. When I was a little girl, that was the last time I smoked a cigarette. And one of my friends, I was 9 years old. Okay, and it wasn't a whole cigarette, obviously. She was like, yeah, and I just went like this, and that was it. So I don't smoke, I don't drink, and I've never tried marijuana, and herb is good anyway. God says consume it, and it's legal in Massachusetts. I don't do drugs. I don't drink. I'm not on medication. I don't take any medications. I take vitamins sometimes. I don't even take that every day. Okay, and I don't even need to. My records, hospital records, I'm a very healthy person. So there's nothing going on. Okay, I work out in my house. I dance. Y'all see my videos. You know what I'm saying? I have my workout things I do right in my home. I love to walk. I love nature. So I sleep good every day. Okay? So these are things that should happen. So anyways, I'm going to deep breathe. And y'all let me know. Because I feel like I shouldn't have been able to hold my breath this long. But I don't know if it's going to happen now. But maybe this is how. It's been a while since I deep breathe. Because I used to do that on purpose. Let me see. Am I supposed to hold my breath that long? I mean, when I just do deep breathing, I should just hold it because I went online and learned about deep breathing and techniques. Hold it for 3 seconds, 4 seconds, and then exhale. So, I don't know. I could have kept going, y'all. How? So I don't know. Let me look at the clock here. When it goes to 4, the second go to 4, I'm going to go. I want to say earlier I was able to hold even longer than that, but look, I stopped at, it went to 9. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's 5 each, right? 5, let me see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 seconds. Is that normal to be able to hold your breath for 25 seconds? That felt good though. Felt good. But it feels like it's helping me though. And I knew I'm wearing my clothes. I'm saying to myself, and I'm looking at some of my videos that I just recently, I'm like, dang, that was just a month ago. My stomach didn't look like that. Like, I don't understand. And then I'm saying to and y'all know I cook my food at home. Like, I don't even eat fast food like that. Last week I ate fast food often, which, like I said, is another reason why it made no sense that I would go in the bathroom like I ate mad vegetables and only fruits and vegetables. I've been a plant-based eater, so I know if you really want to get a good cleansing like that toilet, in the way that was, it was like I had only raw fruits and vegetables, water only, and I took cleansing pills. That's what it took, like 3 of them instead of 2. That's what it was like in that toilet. And I had no McDonald's that day, but I had cake and pasta. That stuff that's supposed to make you like constipated. And it's happened after the shower. No lie. And then the whole week I didn't have no vegetables, no fruits, because I didn't go grocery shopping. I had to wait for my food stamp to kick in. Right? Then when it did kick in, God told me to wait. So it wasn't nothing new I made in my house. Nothing I had was expired or nothing. No cleansing, no detox pills, nothing like that taken. And I had McDonald's all week, so it's French fries and freaking bread. I ain't lactose intolerant. Burger, you know what I'm saying? So I like the deep breathing. That felt so, like, that's what I'm saying. Me doing that, it feels like a release coming out of me. It feels like it's just getting flatter and flatter. Because I'm saying to myself, like, I'm not even as thick as I was before. And my stomach wasn't like that. And it didn't feel right. It felt bloating. But I wasn't paying attention to that. But I'm saying to myself, like, my clothes, I'm like, yo, my stomach seemed a little bit, but whatever. I'm beautiful regardless. But it just seems, so that's why I'm like, it doesn't matter. I love the way I look no matter what size I am, I do. So I'm not thinking about, I don't love what I see. But I am noticing, I'm like, okay, this makes more sense. Yeah, that's why my stomach should be smaller than this. I'm not known for really having a big stomach. Even if I put on some weight, I'm not really known for that. That's not how my body's built. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, this is kind of strange. And then, and I started to notice my fingers too. Even it looks different than the other day. I took a picture, because I just 2 pictures. So I'm like, you ever been swollen? Or bloat, swollen, whatever you want to call it. So my hands the other day was looking kind of like, and I was like, it felt kind of like that. And it looked kind of like, so it looks different now. It looks, you see like it has more of the wrinkly kind of like, it didn't have that, it was real tight looking like this. You see what I'm saying? And I'm saying to myself, I'm peeing. Like, it's not like water retention. This is what I'm saying. This is real strange. Or I really, really believe there's some biotech engineering, something going on perhaps. Just something. Because it ain't natural. And it's not demonic. Ain't no demons. Ain't no demons in my house. Ain't no demons operating like that. But it can operate through people. And get people to do stuff. Perhaps. Yeah, the Bible speaks about it. It said cast out demons. So look at this. My fingers even different. I'm about to deep breathe again. That felt too good to not do it again. As soon as we go to the 12, let's see how long we do. And by the way, this is what me talking as, you know what I'm saying? Excuse me. Whew. That went to 7, almost 8. So let's see, that was how many seconds? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Say 38 seconds. I held my breath. Is that normal? I'm just saying. I can chat GPT if that's normal. But I tell you what, it felt good doing it. Let me just do a few more. I ain't gonna focus on time and just gonna do it because it feels a release. That's just what I'm saying. It feels like more. It's more because deep breathing, you release, you burn calories also, and so it just feels like I'm releasing this bloating. It feels so good, y'all. It feels so good. I gotta do it again. It's just, deep breathing is good, y'all. Maybe I might post some benefits of deep breathing to y'all. I did that before online, but it just feels so good. Now, the Lord just said to me, and he brought to my remembrance. And I didn't know why I was doing that. And I saw an apostle preaching, and he would pray for people, and he would do this breathing out. And the Lord's been having me doing that. There was a time I wasn't doing it, then the Lord just started having me doing that. And I kept breathing. That was the Lord getting rid of that bloating that way. And now he's letting me know why he was having me do that also. One of the reasons, that's not the only reason why, but that is one of the reasons why he was releasing that out of me. And when you're working out, you're burning, you're sweating, so water is happening, which is good. And 2, you're breathing heavy. And that's how you lose weight, the breathing, really. I think that's how they say fat releases from breathing, like. And so, but when you're heavy breathing, you're moving, you're dancing. So that can help reduce potential, just bloating, whatever this was, and however way it happened. But obviously, if it's leaving my body and I didn't change anything I'm eating, that I am eating, then that's not from food. That's not from something I'm eating. I'm assuming I'm not a doctor or anything, but just based on my basic understanding and knowledge, and even my human body and me being in the same body for 44 years and about to be 45 years and counting, God willing. I've never seen it like this before. And I'm still trying to figure out if I don't recall ever being able to hold my breath that long. Because if I was underwater, I could just be under the water that long holding my breath. I'm gonna do it again because it feels that good. Shit. That's how it feels. I mean, it feels like all this bad stuff need to come out of me, like air, like that bloating. Anybody ever had bloating? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Our bodies know how to help itself. It's designed. Like they said, the brain is a computer. The cells know how to create more cells. Our body is made up of so many cells. And the skin sheds off and it gives us new cells. Our body does all types of powerful things: the nervous system, respiratory system, and the digestive system, the cardiovascular system, the skeletal system. We were newborn babies and we grow up to the size that we are, and so on and so forth. The body knows how to do it. Takes food, it knows how to store it. Take away this, get the nutrients, digest this, take it over here, bring it to the liver, do the cleansing, clean, all these things all on its own without our help. It knows how to naturally do what it needs. And if your body is saying something shouldn't be there and something should not be happening, it's going to start to do what it needs to do. So I'm just going to do some more fast-paced ones. You know, some people, they do the Tai Chi stuff, the yoga things. Some people do meditation. They just deep breathe and they say all type of things like, you know. I remember I think a long time ago, like a yoga, I don't know what class it was, but they had us sitting down and deep breathing. I'll never forget it. It was we did an African dance class, and the guy was leading it. And they was telling us to be tuned in with ourselves and breathe and imagine you're at a beach and the sunset. And, you know, this whole thing. You imagine you're in those places. Can you feel your toes? Can you know, all these things that you do. I think that's good to do. Kind of focusing, listening to your body, taking the time to be tuned. Aramahai, Ashete, Ikande, oh, I say. Romanda, Shikandia, Setedehandi. Taking the time to be in tune with your body and listen and feel. Sometimes you do that, you'll notice it. See, if I took the time to do that, I probably would have noticed. Meditation. You ever did those types of breathing? That just naturally, my body naturally wants to do that. I think I've seen a deep breathing one time, and the guy did. They have all types of things. I might want to check out some YouTube videos on that. Then they said there's some deep breathing you do with your chest, something. So, yo, I love this. And matter of fact, I did it one time. I want to say I had a therapy session. I went to Boston Commons. And was this last summer? Was it? It was nice out. Was it early this year? I don't know. But I went on the Boston Commons and I took my shoes off. I had my therapy session there. I just had a wonderful day. I was just out and I was on the grass and I did the grounding for the first time because I wanted to get some grass to do the grounding because I heard did some research a little bit about it. And then they say that deep breathing is so important to do outside in nature with the trees and the grass, all that. The trees give off oxygen. And so I used to also, and the cold. So I used to go on my porch also. Those bring us from remembrance. I used to go on my porch and deep breathe. And I used to work out on my porch, get the coolness, like the beginning of the day. And that cool air. And, taking in that cool air. It was a guy, he's on TikTok a lot. I don't think of his name, but if I went on TikTok, he shows up a lot on there. A Caucasian guy. And I learned a lot about a lot of stuff, about a whole bunch of stuff. He talks about a whole lot of stuff. He did the cold, that's what I learned about the cold showers, cold baths, the different benefits like that. NAD, right? I actually got that in the house. Learned about that from him. He talks about a whole bunch of stuff and he says he does that stuff every day. Cold showers, I think he does that every day. He does grounding. They even have grounding shoes. I did research and stuff. They got, if you can't have access to grounds, you can buy shoes that have the same electricity type thing that the ground kind of give you to have that. And a bunch of stuff. But deep breathing was something he did every single day. And outside, he would do it outside. It would be cold outside. I think he would go outside in the cold. I mean, he's on some high stuff, but stuff like that. Okay. But I think I'm gonna get ready to end this live. But some in a hole. So God's Online Church is doing now science. We're doing a science fair. We're doing biology almost, engineering and things. And so we talked a lot about, marriage and intimacy and things. And then we're talking about this, which is also very important. And these are things, it's wonderful to teach your children about things like this as well. So I'm enjoying this. And what I do want to do, I'm going to get off and I'm going to go online and find out about deep breathing. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to listen to that while I'm cleaning up and things like that. And so I may not go live for a while. I don't know. The Lord may have me go live later, but right now I'm not. But I want to listen and just learn about that kind of stuff. And but government, please hear me out. If this is something that does exist, I would love to know. God bless.